I think we can all agree that 2020 is a screwed up year, especially for people in the entertainment industry, especially for musicians. But there is something that might actually ruin the entire future of music, or at least screw with it pretty hardcore. I mean, just listen to this.
To be or not to be, that is the question. Whether 'tis noble in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune.
Yes, this sounds like Jay-Z, but it's not Jay-Z. Jay-Z never said these words, he never rapped about it. This is AI generated by a machine that learned to talk and act like him. It's absolutely fascinating, absolutely scary, and we'll talk about the whys and hows and like especially the future of music because of this. It's so cold outside, wow. Feels good to be back in the studio. Whew. Okay, let's start with deepfakes. That's something most people know about.
Here we go. President Barack Obama. When you giving a speech, make sure you use a lot of pauses.
It's kind of funny, but also kind of scary, because what happens if someone takes your face and puts it somewhere else and pretends it's you? As of right now, you can still see the differences. If you know what you have to look for, experts can detect it, no problem. But let's just wait a couple more years. When it comes to audio, we're already at a place where it's scary. You could pick a program, record 5 seconds of anyone's voice, and then just type anything in, and it will output the stuff you typed in as speech, and it will sound 90%, 95% same as the original person. I'm 100% sure any one of you could use it. Call your mom with just typed in text and she will think it's you, 100%. You can get away with it over the phone, no problem.
That girl did a video about Star Wars lipstick. That girl did a video about Star Wars lipstick. She earned a doctorate in sociology at Columbia University. She earned a doctorate in sociology at Columbia University.
Hearing these samples for yourself, I'm sure you agree, it's extremely close. I personally always said I just wish I could like open a closet in my studio and have like singer-songwriters in there and just like use them as I use my gear. Because it's really hard to find someone that can actually sing really good, then record them, like get them on the right day where they're in a good mood and get a good performance, and then edit all of this and make it sound as perfect as possible. Is a whole lot of work, and our ears are very sensitive to the human voice. We hear every little mistake in it. So this dream might actually be reality in a couple of years. There's already one software, a Japanese software, it's called Vocaloid. I've tried it out, and basically again, you type in the text, you then use a MIDI keyboard, and you can just play the notes.
No matter what you say,
you can take all of those notes and yeah, move them up, down.
No matter what you say.
So the lyrics you type in, the vocal melody you play in, and then everything that is more complex, like stretching certain syllables, certain words, you can draw in.
So we could replace no matter what you say into no matter what you make.
No matter what you make.
And you can get extremely good results. There are actually, especially like in Asia, there are like bands that are made out of Vocaloid. They're successful, they have fans, they have Instagram followers, they have YouTube channels, they have music video clips, but none of that music was actually made by a human. I mean, like the singing. So those are the technical possibilities at the moment. If you're thinking about how it's done, in a nutshell, you're just feeding a computer, an algorithm, a lot of source material, and they will detect similarities, and out of those similarities, generate like a code, a thinking for themselves, how to imitate this as best as possible. It's very genius, very complicated. I'll link down below to like videos that explain the technical part a little more. For me, it's more today about like the impacts onto music. The first big impact this will have is a copyright issue. This Jay-Z clip I played you at the very beginning Jay-Z tried to get rid of it. They tried to make sure it's off the internet. Now imagine a future where a 14-year-old bedroom producer wants to write a big hit and has no singer-songwriter available, just goes to an AI service, types in a few words, maybe even an AI will come up with lyrics in the future that make sense, and then take the voice of, I don't know, let's say Billie Eilish, and just make a song with her voice that sounds like her. And the thing is, as of right now, worldwide, there are no laws against it. You cannot copyright a voice. It's not possible. You can't copyright it. And also Jay-Z had no success. Because, for example, let's say someone has a voice and someone else has a voice that is very, very similar to that voice. You can't forbid one of them not to speak or sing ever again. It just doesn't work. Maybe in the future someone will come up with laws against, for example, deepfakes, although actually there we have more laws than when it comes to voices and singing. Because actually, like, a photo of you that's yours, you own it. If no one asks you to use it, you can do something against it. With your voice, no chance. You might maybe think, hey, I'm a music producer, I don't care, it's just an advantage for me. Let me play you, actually, more emails, I hate emails. Let me play you actually the thing that might actually really ruin music forever, or at least for us humans making it. There is an AI called Jukebox, and Jukebox learns by listening to music and generates then music generated out of nothing. Oh god. Oh, I hate emails. I'm getting so many emails at the moment. As you know, my last song was just released, but like, back to topic. They played instruments to the AI. And first they started with a piano. And what you will hear now is generated by the AI just listening to pianos. It sounds like a piano. It sounds like a bad recording of a piano, but it sounds like a piano. And like the notes and everything, it makes sense. I mean, I bet 90% watching this video can't even play the piano. Oh, I have to close my email thing. Crazy. Like right now, this week, extremely busy. Then they fed the AI with songs in the style of Bob Marley. It has already some sort or form of singing in there. The AI detects patterns in all of the music that was played to it and recreates new music with those patterns in mind and puts voices in there. And then, like, the newest is from February 2020, and they fed the AI with Kylie Minogue styled songs. It's so crazy when you think about it, that just some code in a computer made this. Something we humans have developed over hundreds and hundreds of years. Something where we have to learn and train. I mean, I'm making music already for 10 years. And this AI just does it like no problem. And so far it's still like in the territory where you could say it's just like playing around, experimenting a little and seeing what happens. But just imagine in the future if you just feed an AI with all of the most successful songs ever. And it then generates, based on the knowledge of all of these songs, like the length of the song, the key of the song, male, female voice, or maybe both, the chords that should be used. It can like just merge all of the successful points of all of the most successful songs and create a song. And I think once we reach that point where for the very first time an AI generated song is in the charts, that's then it. I think then music making becomes something entirely different. It could happen, or it's probably very likely that it will happen eventually, that music making isn't like me as a producer sitting in the studio using some gear, some plugins, and like building tracks and recording people. It will be then just someone in front of a computer coding. Then letting the computer run for a week, make 10, 20 tracks, and then just pick the best one, the one that tests the best with humans. And that's how you create chart hits, maybe, in the future. And if you're now someone that says AIs aren't interfering with music right now, you're definitely wrong. It's already here. There are so many like little tools that help music producers to make decisions. They listen to music, analyze it, and then give you suggestions. You can still change them to whatever you want, but usually they're pretty spot on and are improving drastically every year. Am I personally scared of AIs ruining my life as a DJ and producer more than COVID? No, definitely not. I'm not scared at all. So far it's interesting. I will still follow the development and see what happens, and of course keep you updated. Will it replace singers, songwriters, producers? In the near future, 100% not, because there's more to it. Marketing and selling and branding, because who would love to go to a concert that is like an AI concert? Like, we humans need the interaction. We want another human. We want someone to admire that worked really hard. If it's just an AI, all of this like branding, the entire package of a musician that I'm always talking about, social media, presenting yourself, having a story, just being out there, connecting with the fans, all of this is not possible for an AI. So don't be afraid. But it might actually happen that one day an AI generates the song mostly, and we then just pick someone to perform for it. I mean, we're already doing basically the same with people ghost writing and ghost producing songs. It's just all about getting the most money out of something. And the second AI generated music generates money, it will be the new thing, 100%. Anyways, let me know what you think about it. Is all of this new to you? Have you already heard about it? Is it already close enough to get rid of musicians? How long would it actually take? And are you personally scared of it? And would you like to listen to AI generated music if it's good and actually enjoy and support it? Thanks a lot for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Tomorrow, back here in the studio for me the rest of the day. You heard all of these emails. Busy. I just released my new song, Underwater, that you heard in the intro, and you'll hear very soon in the outro. If you're interested to go check it out, first link in the description. See you tomorrow. Back again. Sign out.